let's hit that next category. Best MC. So the ones we have written down, this it was kind of a weird year for MCs because a lot of the shows that we had this year were a little bit more of an ensemble effort. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to like. It's not like the typical like this MC is the perspective we get 99% of the time. You know what I mean? So this category was a little bit rough to actually pick contestants, but right now we have Sung Jinwoo, Frieren, Kafka from Kaiju number 8, your boy Luffy, and Deku, Izuku Midoriya from My Hero
Damn,
Academia.
Itadori got snubbed.
I ain't gonna lie.
There's not enough depth.
Itadori might have snuck in there. I ain't gonna lie. Itadori might have snuck in there. One of y'all go first this time. I jumped out the window last time, y'all.
All right. I'm gonna jump out the window and say Frieren was the best MC this year.
Okay.
She had the amount of depth that she had with her character and like kind of basically doing like a retracement of her past life and like going back and like re-understanding like the lessons like her old team was trying to teach her, but she was kind of like too naive and young in her elven age to understand what they were trying to say. Honestly, I feel like that shit was just so well written and it hit damn near every single time that I feel like it was hard for another character to really beat her this year.
Type shit. I'm not mad at that. Marcus?
I think, this is tough. This is tough because, like, like I'm Ken said Frieren. I don't want to be basic and say Frieren as well.
If that's how you feel, I'm don't lie just to I got one that if do your thing, bro.
I don't know. I feel like
Frieren is a tough out.
Frieren is tough. Frieren, I feel like the only other one I'd say like would put up like a pretty good argument is Deku, because Deku, we really got to see him get in his bag this season. Mm-hmm. We've like followed him in this journey for so long, and now that we finally got to see him like kind of put everything together in that fight against Shigaraki, I thought that was like a very rewarding experience.
That's a valid take though. Deku has a chance to be like number one on this list for sure.
Especially this season. The only thing is, it's not
Deku's better
fault,
written.
But
no.
Deku. Well, I don't know about that, but I think Deku, the true
I was
greatness
say he's better
of
written
Deku.
than Luffy.
Maybe I think they're probably about neck and neck. Deku his true greatness doesn't get to shine this season because there were so many great moments from so many good characters. Like Bakugo had a big climax of his character arc. We saw the Todorokis have a big climax of their character arcs. What's up?
But what I would say to like go along with that is that they have those character arcs because of Deku. Like Deku,
1000%.
Everything like kind of like goes back to Deku. Like the reason why Bakugo even like leveled up and had that moment was because in his head he's thinking, damn, I'm never gonna catch up to Deku. And then also with Todoroki, he created that like whatever the fuck that shit was called. That move he created was because Deku was like, that's not Endeavor's power, like that's your power.
Freeze flash.
Like make it unique to yourself. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Marcus, you just fucked up this whole list because when you put it like that, the way you got to put Deku over Frieren. You got to, because Frieren probably has the most interesting character arc and probably a little bit more depth. I'm not, honestly, it might be neck and neck with Deku, but the way Deku impacted everybody else in the story, like the way that the rest of the story literally revolves around the impact Deku had, that's like the true essence of an MC in a lot of ways. So you sold me because Deku wasn't even on my radar. I was about to try to bullshit Kafka into this conversation, but
I will say though, but like Deku's like what he is now, it kind of took a lot of like groundwork to get him to that kind of
100%.
Yeah,
I'm saying, but I have Frieren a little bit higher just because she did all that within like what 25, 27 episodes. So I feel like she kind of did more in less time during the time span of this year in terms of like anime wise than I think Deku did. Because like if the first 25 episodes of like My Hero, like there's we needed to really build Deku up to get to these writing feats of like his character. But like with Frieren, I feel like we kind of got more in 25 episodes with her than we did with Deku. Like, so I think Deku was more so like he benefited from writing wise from like having a longer shonen series.
I guess, but this is best MC at 2024. So like we're not judging Deku in 2018 when the shit came out. Like you're basically comparing him Frieren to intro Deku. Like
no, I'm saying like Frieren is already right at that level.
No, I get what you're
with
saying.
Deku, and it took Deku like 10 years to get to that point. But Frieren did it in less time and is already at that level.
But
that's literally
my thing is
I'm just saying that's
no, my thing is though, like that's kind of like the rewarding part about it though. Like we like grew up like watching Deku.
No, I completely agree with that. I was just saying
Frieren was microwaved. Like that shit, come on now.
Hey, I would say more so air fryer than microwave.
Okay.
That's fair.
At least there's more like cooking going on.
No, you're right. 100%.
Deku got put in the smoker. Deku's writing got put in the smoker. That's what it was. It was,
he was definitely in the smoker.
It was a slow
crock
cook.
pot.
That shit was a crock pot on God. Yeah, on God. Yeah. I was gonna say I'll give Kafka an honorable mention. You know what I mean? Because Marcus did a really good job breaking down Deku. I just appreciate the same way that you guys appreciated Frieren for being a breath of fresh air. Kafka was kind of a breath of fresh air because he kind of had like the reverse shonen MC trope. You know what I mean? Usually it's a young ass character, whole life ahead of him, whole lot of potential. You know what I mean? The son of this, the chosen one of that. Kafka is like a regular ass nigga. Like he's somebody we can all kind of relate to. You know what I mean? His life is kind of slowly starting to pass him by. He had this dream that he had kind of gave up on, but he never let it go. You know what I mean? Like he ended. I think he at one point was like he understood. I'll never be, a number one soldier, number one Marine, number one, But if the opportunity presented itself, he would jump at it, which it did. And he finally got the opportunity to kind of chase his dreams at an older age. It's just like I can appreciate that, especially like the older I get. He's just kind of a breath of fresh air. I don't think he really had the impact that Frieren or Deku had, but I think it's worth mentioning at least. Like, people always say shonen doesn't have variety. People say shonen has copy and paste traits and tropes. Like, nah, that is like go ahead.
Because like what Kafka was going through is what a lot of like dudes at least in America go through.
Yeah.
They feel like it was too late to chase their dreams, or like that shit is like dead and gone in the water, and they kind of got to just like basically just mull over and just be a little copycat person in society. So I feel like that resonated with them, especially with maybe a lot of older anime watchers too.
Yeah, facts.
So I feel like the way they was writing his character was fire.
Kafka's pretty much that like 30-year-old hooper that be at LA Fitness. Like you could tell he could hoop for real, but like
maybe
there's a few things about him.
Like
maybe, but there's just a few things about him. Maybe not fast enough. Maybe doesn't have enough bounce. Then out of nowhere, he turns 31 and he can jump 50 inches in the air, run a 4.4. You feel me? And now he's trying out for a G League team that'll eventually get on the team for. You know what I mean? Like that's how I see it.
That's funny as hell.
Kafka is the LA Fitness hooper that got on TRT.
literally. On God. Well,
I respect
it. List. And then Sun Jinwoo is just the fucking ore merchant. He was just.
Oh yeah,
ore farmer.
Yeah. That man was clip farming all season. He can be clip farming all season too as well. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga finna be on some like
I'm here for
episode 3 Anakin shit.
Oh shit.
Hey, Jay, you gave us the perfect segue to lead into the next topic.